Hello everyone, I'm Adison Briana. Welcome to another stretching tutorial. If you guys have a foam roller, now is your time to bring it out. If you don't have one, don't worry, I will offer modifications, but this is a great tool to have in your home. This flow is focusing on back and shoulder flexibility as well as flexibility of our hips. It is an intermediate level flow, so follow along, do what you can, and listen to your body. We're going to start on all fours. Your toes can be tucked or feet flat on the floor. You're going to arch and round your back in a cat-cow. So inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Inhale, and exhale. From here, we're going to bring our cat-cows into a large circular motion, pressing your rib cage to the right, towards the mat, left, and towards the ceiling. Then smooth that out into a large circular motion, moving at your own pace here. From here, switch directions. Continue to breathe as you press your rib cage left, down, right, and up. We're inhaling and exhaling, just as feels right to our body here. One more big circle. And return to neutral spine. Tuck your toes, bring your knees wide, and come into a low Yogi Squat. Your feet should be fairly close together to start out. We're slowly going to move our feet wider and wider towards the edge of the mat. Our goal here is to have our feet flat on the floor, but if your heels are lifting up right now, don't worry, that's okay. You will get more flexible and soon be flat to the floor like I am here on screen. Bring your hands to heart center so that your elbows can press your knees wide. To take a more advanced posture, bring your hands behind your back and a clasp for a shoulder opener. Full breath in and out. Continuing to actively press your knees wide apart from one another. Now, if you had your hands behind your back, bring them together to heart center. Keep using your elbows to press your knees wider as you bring your feet wide to the edges of the mat. Take a twist, reaching one arm up towards the ceiling. And switch to the other side, other arm up towards the ceiling. Return to center. Now straighten your legs. Walk your hands forward for a wide base downward facing dog. That means that your hands are wide to the edges of the mat as well as your feet. Now pedal them out on your own time. We're going left and right. Just bending one knee then the other, starting to warm up those hamstrings. Left, right, left, and right. Keeping your shoulders strong through all of this. Right here is where you're building heat so that we can allow our hamstrings to lengthen more, as well as our hips throughout the rest of this practice. All right, walk your feet up towards your hands. Your feet are just wide of your yoga mat. Your knees are slightly bent. Reach your hands towards opposite elbows and just let your body relax here. Do not try to force anything yet. Continue to breathe. With every exhale, relax your hamstrings a little bit more. Straighten your back as much as you can. Reach your hands towards your shins or towards your ankles and walk your feet a little bit further. This is where the practice gets more advanced, depending how flexible you are. With every exhale, pull yourself closer towards the floor, stretching your hamstrings more. From here, Cossack Lunge down into the right side. Switch to the left. Keep switching, right and left. The more flexible you are, the lower to the ground you will be here. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. And left. Go ahead and straighten both legs now. Bring your feet even wider into a wider leg standing forward fold. Maybe your elbows will come all the way down towards the mat here as you're really stretching into your hamstrings. Here, if you can, have your legs straight. If you're a more beginner, keep your feet a little bit closer together and just relax into that position as much as you can. Go ahead and come all the way out. We're going to grab our foam roller now, sitting down on the mat. Now, I kind of have a mini foam roller, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver around, but if you have a big one, that will work just as well. You guys have all done this before, I'm sure. Using the foam roller to roll from your mid back to your upper back. We are not rolling our lower back here. If you guys don't have a foam roller, just go ahead and take some deep breaths as we move through this little series, and you can lie flat on your back as well. A block would work as well for this exercise. All right. Set yourself up so that the foam roller or whatever you have is in your mid upper back, right about bra strap line if you're a lady. And you're going to reach your arms up over your head. Your booty is flat on the mat. Your legs can be bent or straight, whatever feels good. And we're going to move through some arm circles. Your arms are crossing across the front of your body, up and over your head. Just at your own pace. Move up and down, up and down, up and down. Switch directions, up and down, up and down. Just moving across your chest. Now, if the roller of the block is too much stretch for you, feel free to always lay flat on the floor while doing this. Or vice versa, if it's not enough, you can always add more height depending how flexible your back is here. Rest your arms above your head on the mat. Take a deep breath in and exhale. With your next inhale, engage your abs and pull yourself all the way up to a seated position. Go ahead and remove the foam roller. Hopefully that felt really good. Now your legs are bent in front of you. We're going to move through some seated cat-cows. Inhale, pulling your chest up towards your knees. And exhale, grabbing on your shins and stretching through your upper back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come to a butterfly position, one of my favorite stretches. Very simple stretch. Feet together in front of you, knees out wide. Now your feet can be as close to you or as far as you like. This one is up to your preference. And as you exhale, take a slight lean forward. Begin to stretch into your hips. You may feel this in your hamstrings as well, maybe even your back a little bit. Take it as far as you can right now. To add movement, you can rock gently left to right here. This is where you may feel the stretch along the sides of your back. Full breath in through your nose. And exhale. Go ahead and release out of that stretch. Now bring your feet wide into a straddle position. Now your legs are not straight out to each side. They're at about 90 degrees or a little bit wider if you're a little more flexible. Walk your hands as far forward as you can. Now your arms may be straight. You may be resting on your palms or you may be sitting all the way up. If you guys can come deeper, you can even bring your chest all the way down to the mat. Just make sure that your knees and your feet are pointed relatively up towards the ceiling and not rolling forward. I want to make sure that we have the right stretch in our hips and our hamstrings here. If you can, take a shoulder stretch by bending at your elbows. Your palms stay together. And I'm not showing this on screen, but you can even take the foam roller underneath your elbows and use that to press your chest closer towards the floor. Lift yourself all the way up. Come on out of that posture into an all fours position. Now we're going to take our elbows onto the foam roller. Our hips stay relatively over our knees. This is an assisted puppy pose, and it actually creates more room so that you can stretch your shoulders even deeper. So I am actively pressing my chest towards the mat. My goal is to get my chest all the way down to the mat and get a really good stretch down the backs of my arms and my triceps and my upper back as well. Gently release. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling and down, right arm and down, left arm 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 down, and release. Walking our hands forward, our knees wide into a frog pose, and begin to separate your feet so that your knees come to 90 degrees. I told you guys we were getting deep into the hips, so I hope you are really enjoying this practice. When we're finished with the practice, feel free to leave a comment on the video and let me know how this flow had you guys feeling, and let me know what you'd like more of in future flows. I'm here for you guys. To add a shoulder stretch to your frog pose, grab that foam roller, put your elbows on the foam roller and bend your elbows with your palms to touch over your head. This will give you a good shoulder or tricep stretch while you're stretching your hips as well. And you're going to be able to get a deeper stretch here the more flexible you are in your hips. So the more flexible you get all around, the more things you can do. From here, reach both hands over to the left. And then both hands over to the right. Gently release on out of that stretch. Tuck your toes back to the Yogi Squat. And then straighten both legs into a wide-legged forward fold. From here, we're going to have some fun. Right Cossack, left Cossack, straighten, and right back down to the right. So we're creating a big circle with our hips. Left, up, and down. Right, left, up, and down. Right, left, up, and down. Switch directions. Up, down, left, right. 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 One more. Up, down, left, and right. When you are all done, hold in your wide angle forward fold for a second. Then go ahead and release all the way down to the mat. You're going to take your foam roller the long way, long along your spine. If you have a short foam roller like me, your head will hang off the end. If you have a long one, your head will be on the foam roller. So from here, knees wide, feet together, take a rest in this position. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Reach both arms up over your head and hold. From here, if you'd like, you can grab around your inner thighs or your shins if it's comfortable. Now for this last and final section, you want the foam roller the long way along your back, just like how we had earlier in the video. You're going to relax back, then engage your abs and pull into a little crunch. Your knees are towards your chest. Relax, crunch, relax, crunch, relax, crunch. From here, grab on the bottoms of your feet. We're going to get a nice big stretch, opening up both legs, really stretching the hamstrings. Take a deep breath in, bend the right knee, and then bend the left. Bend right, bend left. Now I actually find that doing this with the foam roller underneath my back makes the stretch a little bit easier. So if you're a beginner to these types of movements, using the foam roller should help you quite a lot here. Straighten your left leg up towards your face, your right leg long. Big windmill in the leg, switch sides, right leg towards your face, left leg long. Windmill and switch. Windmill and switch. Gently release, engage your abs as you come out of that pose. Remove your foam roller and come to a seated position. We're going to close off this practice with some breath work. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this flow as much as I did. Please leave a comment. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Take a full breath in through your nose and out. One more full breath in through your nose and out. Namaste.